So I'm going to move on to the timing chain scenario. So first thing I got to do is release the ratchets on the adjusters, and I don't want to take them out. I want to save as much time and labor as I can. Well, I got the one out of the old motor to show you. So it's basically just a hydraulic. This runs off the oil pressure. It pushes the thing out, and then it's followed up by a ratchet, and then it's locked with a pin. This is a special tool typically, but in my case it's a small Allen wrench. Like, I found two of the smallest ones I could find to put in there. Once you get it in, then you pull it, and it, whoa, snaps out. See, the ratchet's all the way out now. Now you can't just shove that ratchet back down. It requires releasing it, and that's on this side. There's a little dog in there with a screwdriver. You can push it back so that the ratchet will release. Let's see if I could show you how I did it. I got my little screwdriver. Get a shove down on it. It's hard to display it. There we go. I was able to just push that the little dog that's in there, push it down a little bit, and I was able to squeeze the ratchet back. And the ratchet it'll try to push out on its own constantly. You can hear it clicking as it goes. And now these teeth are caught back into that little dog again, so it won't go down. Anyway, I'm going to do this one inside the motor. Now it's going to have oil in here, and it's pressurized, kind of. I mean, as I squeeze it, I gotta do it slowly to give the oil a chance to bleed off. See if I can get on it with this little screwdriver. I push that back, and I can squeeze it, and I'm squeezing it down. I don't seem to be getting all the way though. Now that might be it right there. Get my little teeny Allen wrench, stick it in there to hold it for me. And it ain't working because it's letting it go back up. Alright, I obviously didn't get it squeezed down enough. Must be some residual oil in there. So, push the little dog out of the way. Squeeze it. Whoa. There we go. Went all the way down that time. Stick the little Allen wrench in there and bingo, now it's going to stay on its own. So that gives me more clearance to get all that timing chain stuff back in there. I'm going to work on assembling it. I think I'm going to put the timing chain with the motor upside down on the engine stand, let gravity help me out. It'll hold the chain down for me. Or it might fight with me. I don't know, I'll have to see. And I've got colored teeth on this chain, you can see them. I have to remember which one goes where, because I don't. And this is the sprocket that gets the new tone wheel too. So I guess I got to figure out where the timing teeth go. But you know what I'll probably do? I'll go to YouTube and watch somebody who's done it before. I think Martin Builds does this one time. He does some stuff on these motors. All right, well, I'll keep you updated. Okay, important note. This is the bottom tensioner, right? And it's just spring loaded. It's just a spring in there. And I was going to try to squeeze it down and reattach. See, because that hole is supposed to line up with this hole, and then you put a little tool through it to hold it back. Give yourself some space when you put this on. Well, I tried squeezing it with channel locks. I put this little piece of wood in here so I wouldn't scar it, but man, that thing just snapped like a twig. I mean, just instantly snapped. I didn't even get a chance to get it close. So that is not the way to do it, because I just made that into a piece of junk. So I guess I got to use the other one, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to squeeze that down. Maybe I could roll it here, but I also don't want to break this. I might just have to struggle with it to put it in without squeezing it down, you know. Hopefully there's enough room I can do that. Anyway, that stinks. Whew, what a pain. So, there's marks. There's supposed to be 2 marks on this link that you can see through this window, which I don't think you can on the video. And then there's this chain, which is the second chain that's back there. You're supposed to be able to see through this chain to the 2 marks that are on that. So I had to move that chain around, and I think I got it in the right spot. Because you go down here to the driven side, and you got to line up these marks. But whatever you do, V8's got to be in the 12 o'clock position. But since I have this all upside down, it's 6 o'clock. So I've got this one. It's not tight yet because it's not on the nub. It's got to roll just a little so I can slide it on the cam. And probably I'll do that by moving the crank back and forth. And I got to put this one on, and this is part of the reason I'm doing the whole job, is to get this tone wheel on there. It's the one for the NGC, I think. I don't know, I better check it. Oh, it's starting to look like it's not. Oh yeah, it is. It's 2. Okay. Well, I gotta make sure. Oh, it says NGC right on it. Phew, that was close. Well, it also happens to be the windage tray. It is wrapped up in a rag, the pickup. Still makes me a little nervous though. I don't know why. I don't think a mouse moved in or anything. Funny how they neck down the oil opening to just that, and then there's screens in there. Well, Connor's plasma cutting. Well, I'm going to put this stuff on and maybe put the oil pan on. Before you crank these down, I'm noticing you want to make sure these bolt holes line up. I even threw a couple oil pan bolts in just to keep in place. So when I crank these down, I don't have to fight with it when I put the oil pan on. Well, I just bolted the oil pan down on there, and I think that's going to be good to go. I'm going to get ready to flip the motor over and just start putting the rest of the parts on. I got to put the front cover on, valve covers, I don't know, a bunch of stuff to do. I got to clean this up for the front timing cover, and I probably should have done a better job before I put the pan on, because I flipped the motor back up right, and this got some grunge on it. I got to clean it up really good, but I don't want it falling down in there, so I got this rag stuff in there. But yeah, in retrospect, I should have done it the other way around. I should have cleaned this all up and had it ready to go. And I pulled the spark plugs out. I didn't think they looked all that horrible, but yeah, Connor said they're worn, so I bought a whole new set of spark plugs. I know, it's like I'm splurging on this thing. But I got the champions, they're the right ones, the platinum. So I'm gonna be putting those things in. I got a new oil filter. Oh yeah, crank position sensor. That's gonna pick up on that tone wheel, because I wrecked the other one. That goes down here on the side of the motor block. I'll be putting that in. I got some new pulleys, because these, can't hear this one too good, but they sound nasty, so I'm getting new ones. That one's kind of floppy. Then an idler goes there, so I'm going to be working on that a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do on this. Coils. I got mixed match coils. I got some coils that were replacement that have no markings on them. I don't know if they're good or bad, but I think I'm going to go with the ones that whoever made these are actually original equipment. At least they have numbers on them, so they're not totally hiding their identity like these cheapo ones. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to torque those in. I'm going to work on all that. Well, looks like I got that motor put back together, so next step is to put it in. Hope you enjoyed the video. Share, like, subscribe. Do anything you can to help the algorithm. See you on the next one.